This is the story of one guy's journey to Antarctica, the frozen, inhospitable continent at the bottom of the planet. I'm the guy. Me. And this is Antarctica. This is where I went. Okay, so where was I? Yes. So there I was, hanging off the deck of a ship, filming two humpbacks when... Wait a second. No, I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. No. Nope. Yes. Alabama. Here we are. This is where I live. Well, not like in this spot. This is the beginning of the story I'm about to tell. I'll need to explain how I ended up in Antarctica, of course. I knew that. What I'm going to do with this video is recount how I got to the ship that would take me to Antarctica. But first, let me mention a few things about Alabama, because Alabama and Antarctica are so very different from each other. People were really confused when I told them I wanted to go to the coldest place ever.
You're doing what?
Why?
Why? Why?
Why?
Why are you doing this?
Why would you go to Antarctica? It's at the bottom of the world. Are you nuts?
That's stupid.
You see, Alabama is a lush, green, subtropical paradise. It's always hot. It's never really cold except on rare occasions, and it's positively brimming with life. In fact, Alabama is a biological hotspot, sporting many more species of plants and animals than most places in North America. Because it's so warm for much of the year, Alabamians don't handle the cold very well. Jacket sales are always disappointing. So people were understandably puzzled by my desire to visit Antarctica.
Are you gonna get cold? Are you gonna freeze your butt off? Have you thought this through?
You're gonna freeze to death.
However, like most normal humans, I have wanderlust buried deep in my genes. I have to go out and see the world and explore my own home planet. I was born here, after all, and I've been fascinated by Antarctica for as long as I can remember. An entire continent, frozen, barely explored. Yeah, count me in. Part of my fascination with Antarctica is this. Humans have spread themselves far and wide, populating every continent, building massive cities and fouling entire ecosystems. We are the most successful African animal ever, with mixed results, of course. However, not in Antarctica. Down there, nature is at its purest, its most absolute, its deadliest. Except for the fact that we're melting the place down as fast as we can, Antarctica is pristine and primeval. It is a landscape that is completely inhospitable to human life. So I decided to see about going there. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I Googled about visiting Antarctica, I found a contest being put on by this company, Oceanwide Expeditions. What's the worst that can happen? I said. So I entered the contest. And then I won. But then I was like, I won? I don't even own a jacket. So I bought a jacket and I went. Well, it wasn't that simple, really. You see, getting down there was a chore in and of itself, and that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. The boat I'd be traveling on was to leave from New Zealand, and it was to end up in the land of fire at the very bottom of South America, in a city called Ushuaia. Not only did I need a jacket, like a serious jacket, but also an airplane or two. For this, I would need some help. That's where St. Vincent's Orthopedics comes in. St. Vincent's Orthopedics in Birmingham, Alabama sponsored the trip and helped make this story possible. But more on that later. So Katie and I began our travels. Oh, Katie is the one who was kindly enough to marry me. Thanks, Katie. Through airports and luggage carousels and over mountains and oceans, we made it to the far corner of the earth, called New Zealand. And let me tell you something, New Zealand is incredible. What a slice of paradise. In fact, minus 10 points for being too awesome, New Zealand. That's not fair to the rest of us. Hey, cool, I can dock points from nations? There, we all knew that was coming. New Zealand has everything. Ducks, great big trees, rivers, waterfalls, a very dramatic valley called Arthur's Pass, hidden stairs in the forest. See, very well hidden. More waterfalls, really scary one-lane bridges. Seriously, New Zealand, what's with these things? They're scary.
Listen, dude, you need to go just a little bit faster.
Bruce Bay. Man, Bruce Bay was great. even more waterfalls, and a very serious mountain called Iraqi, or Mount Cook. This is where we saw the retreating Fox Glacier. This was the first time I ever saw a glacier. We don't really get them in Alabama, you see. The scale of it was incomprehensible, and the valley being carved out by the retreating ice was just massive. See these humans here for comparison? Yeah, it was big. Little did I understand at the time that Fox Glacier was a mere popsicle compared to what I was going to see in Antarctica. Let's see, what else was there? Ah yes, Lake Wanaka. What a cool place this was. Plus 20 points, New Zealand. Well done. Then we inadvertently drove through Rohan.
Riders of Rohan! What news from the mark?
Oh, and we made it all the way over to Dunedin, where we got caught in a sudden hailstorm. Whoa. That doesn't look pleasant. In Dunedin, we also saw the rarest penguin in the world. The yellow-eyed penguin, over on the Otago Peninsula. New Zealanders think very highly of this animal. They even elected one for president. You see? President. After Dunedin, we made our way over to Lake Te Anau to see a bit of the Fiordland National Park area and some glowworms. New Zealand is rich with glowworms. We also bumped into the South Island takahe bird. No, not this one. This one. Thought to be extinct, these birds were rediscovered in 1948 and are currently being looked after by New Zealanders. There are less than 300 of these guys on Earth. Sad. Finally, we made our way down to Bluff in Invercargill, the place from which I would be leaving for Antarctica, and it was here that I had to say goodbye to Katie. I sure was going to miss her. And I had to say goodbye to civilization, too. After leaving New Zealand, there would be virtually nothing in terms of human infrastructure. Nothing except the ship that we'd be living on. I mean, who was I going to pay taxes to? Despite not having all the answers, I boarded the boat in Bluff, ready for an adventure. And that's how I got to the boat that would take me to Antarctica. Is there a moral to this story? No. I mean, sometimes you travel somewhere and it's just an awesome place, you know? And that being said, there was a lot I didn't know at this point in my journey. New Zealand and Alabama, although boasting very comparably sized populations, are very different places from each other. However, compared to Antarctica, it might as well be the same place with the same towns. Antarctica is an alien planet by comparison. It didn't occur to me as I was leaving, but Bluff, New Zealand would be the last time I would see a flower or even a tree for much of the next month. What would it be like to finally be in Antarctica? Would it be like all those National Geographic specials? Would the ship be comfortable? Would I be warm enough? Come back soon, and I will show you what it was like to be down at the bottom of the world. Huge thank you to St. Vincent's Orthopedics of Birmingham, Alabama, who provided support for this undertaking. The physicians and staff of St. Vincent's Orthopedics are committed to excellence by providing the highest quality of orthopedic care possible. With their help, we managed to capture some truly amazing footage of the wildlife and landscapes of Antarctica. That's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. See you soon.